Oh, yeah. Hi. My name is Christine. I just had a quick question. Do you have a minute?
I do.
Great. Well, I went to a meeting recently, and so I was doing some more research into Jehovah's Witnesses, and you can't believe everything you read. So I just thought I would ask somebody directly. But
hmm
I'm not sure about this question because I've heard different things about it. But are witnesses free to question and even disagree with what comes down, from the headquarters?
Yeah, but it
They are?
never happens. Yeah, but it never. I mean, it never happens. Nobody questions it because
Oh.
it's usually very Bible based. So yeah, I mean, in theory they could, but it just nobody questions it.
Oh, wow. Not even, are there things that are, not basic to the religion, like certain rules or fringe
There,
kind of,
we,
theories or.
like, I think what the misconceptions are is that like they think that they make up rules and we have like doctrine, but really we just live as close as we can to the Bible's principles.
So,
So,
so
you know,
what would happen if a witness did speak, vocalized disagreement they had with a certain teaching? What would happen if they did that?
hmm, good question. Let me think. Well, if somebody, if it's really, wow, it is a tough question. I don't know how to answer it. Okay, I'll take this road on it. I guess if it was really not biblically, um, if a person felt strongly that what they said was not right, they would be in question because there's a lot of thought that goes into something coming down from the branch. And I don't. It doesn't work that way, though. You know, we're we're taught from the Bible, so there's. I think you have the concept that there's these decisions comes down from the governing body, and
Well, okay,
it's not
okay,
that way.
okay.
You know what
So,
I mean?
because sometimes on the broadcast, I watched some of those. They said these words. They said the governing body has decided, which
Okay.
was it just what you said is not a thing. I mean, if you persist in disagreeing, could you get disfellowshipped?
Uh, I think that all depends on how what the opposing opinion would be.
Okay, so it just depends. Um, there's no repercussions, but there might be. So it's hard to say. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
I mean, like sometimes really trying to think of some example. You're really jogging my mind. Um, like some of the decisions they come down with, like for instance, for a long time, uh, our sisters were really encouraged to wear modest dresses to our meetings and such.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, well, they come out with a decision. Oh, I don't know, about 6 months ago. It says, well, they can, things have changed, so you don't necessarily have to wear a dress, but you can wear, nice, modest pantsuits or what have you, that kind of thing. Let's say that, and the brothers could grow beards, right? As long as it's nicely trimmed and whatever. But there was never really a rule or anything like that.
Oh,
We just
okay.
didn't do it. See, I think that's a really good example because it's like there's no rule. There's no
Oh,
rule. Thou shalt not. Because even the Jews in the Bible, they grew beards. So it's not like it's
oh,
anything.
wow. Okay,
It was
because
never anything bad.
maybe it was exaggerated or something, but I did read a lot of people sharing accounts of how they had to shave and they have some kind of painful skin condition that makes it very painful. And they were saying it was a rule, But, that's why I wanted to ask you directly. So
Yeah,
I don't know if they were
it was
lying or, some of them even left the religion because of it was so painful. They had such a painful skin condition. They
yeah,
just left over that very issue. But I just wanted to see what an active witness would say about it. So I appreciate it. There's no rules. Okay.
no,
Hey.
there's no rules. No,
Oh, there's no rules.
no.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
I
Hey,
mean,
well, I appreciate it. You got any more to add?
I was just going to say there's
Mm-hmm.
no there's no rule, but like but in those days, which wasn't long ago, it's like that person who may have had a beard and they may have a skin condition, there was people who they let them know that like the doctor wants me to grow my beard because they have in vitiligo or something like that. There's
Yeah,
some
they
skin
tried
conditions,
that. They did try
and
that. But, that's
nobody said anything. They said go ahead, and like
well, not according to the accounts that I was reading. I mean, even their names are on it. I don't know that, maybe they're exaggerating or something. That's why I wanted to ask. So I didn't know there wasn't
yeah.
a rule about it. It's widely believed that there was, but it's okay. So that's your thought on it. That's cool.
Well,
Okay.
a person who had a beard, they probably, before the beard, situation. I call it a situation because I don't know what else to call it. Because it's like yeah, we can grow beards now, so it's okay. But like before that, they might not have ever been an appointed brother
Oh. Okay.
because well, here's why. I think it needs really good explanation. In the in the United States, we're going door to door, and we always wanted to present ourselves clean cut, honest hearted, honest working people. That, and it's not that. It's just like businessmen pretty much never really wore beards, and a lot of people did. So we kind of took that in our culture. It was I think it was more of a decision culturally to do that. So we'd always had for many, many, many years, clean cut people going to make sure that they're going door to door. And to do that, then your leadership should set the example. That's why there was no beards or super long hair. You see my point. We were trying to present to the public a very well kempt person,
Okay. Okay.
and that's why. Now some people like maybe got upset about it, and like you just you have many people, and somebody might have their ideas and they'd be upset about it, but that's really was the whole point of it. And now you can see, like, now you have maybe some elected officials or some businessmen that are wearing more beards, and it seems as though the overall culture has changed on that. So we try to keep up with the times.
Oh.
Honest, that's why.
Oh. Okay.
That's why those changes have come. It was never anything biblical or anything like that. It was we were really trying to do that because maybe I don't know how old you are, but maybe if you're younger now, the world's a little different. But back in back 20, 30 years ago, whatever, you really, if you were going to doors and stuff, you wanted to present yourself as not looking, unkempt, because you would be the distraction rather than the message. A good message. I'm giving you a message, and you're looking at me and saying, "Should I believe this guy? He's got a beard. He doesn't look good." You know what I mean? That was the whole thought.
Okay.
That truly was the whole thought. It had nothing to do, or anything to do with anything that is a doctrine.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
It was just that's how the culture was. So we didn't want to swim upstream. We want to be like clean-cut businessmen and clean-cut maybe elected officials or whatever, just like everybody who was supposed to be that way. There was a time when bank tellers, I was a kid, bank tellers wore a suit, and they were, I'm just saying, everybody, it was a different world, you know. So as times changed, we changed with it.
Okay, well, hey, thanks for your help.
Can I ask where you're from?
Arizona.
Arizona. How did you get? Because like I saw your name on it. It says Anderson. Because we have call ID, but I'm like, that's really. I mean, how did you get this Kingdom Hall?
Well, they're all listed on your website, jw.org.
Yeah. Okay. And then you just picked a random Kingdom Hall.
Yeah, it's very early here, so I thought I'd try somewhere else. I don't think they'll answer the phone at 7:30 a.m.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
I know you're all united to say the same thing, so.
Yeah. Well, look, if you're studying or if you're one of Jehovah's Witnesses, I encourage you to keep digging, keep looking.
Oh, I am digging. Yeah. Yeah. Do you dig around a lot too? Or just on jw.org? I'm not sure I would call that digging if that's the only source you use.
Well, we read the Bible. You can study
I didn't
Bible,
mean
any
that.
Bible that you have. Pardon?
Because there's a lot of other interesting things about the organization, like, on different websites. I'm not familiar with really being told to really stick with what they have authorized, which I actually saw on a broadcast. I definitely wouldn't agree with that. So that would be very difficult for me, kind of the mental restriction, because I love books and reading. It's my favorite hobby. So my church has never said, only read our website. That would be to me, like kind of a red flag. But if you like it, it's okay if it's like your cup of tea. But hey, I thank you for the conversation. Thank you for being so nice to me.
No problem.
Okay, God bless you. Bye.
Yep.